Virgo. Hello, it's Joe. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Joe, and for those that do know me, welcome back. I'm back to my normal routine. 2021 is going to be a blessing for all of us, okay? I know we've all had a tough 2020, but good things coming. Good things coming for the collective. We're going to have, at some point this year, I think early on, we're going to start to see a number of planets in Aquarius. It's been a long time since that's happened. I'm not an astrologer, so you know, I got to read up some more on it, but you know, it's an interesting time for sure. This is your spirit message for January 15th through 31st, 2021. I got to get in the habit, 2021. And it's kind of what you're going to be leading into February. Now, as I always say, this isn't going to be for everybody. It possibly can't be. So if it's not for you, just leave it. There's always another message at another time, Virgo, that might be better suited for you. If you're not a subscriber and you enjoy my content, please, by all means, subscribe and hit that bell notification. Alright, so we're going to pull some oracle cards, some angel cards, some tarot cards, and we're going to get into your message, Virgo. So, now, Spirit definitely has a message for you. And I think it's an interesting one, Virgo, because you're being told that even though whether you're in the chaos or in conflict or coming out of the chaos and conflict, because you do have that card that says there's some kind of external conflict in your life, you're being reminded to connect with the divine. Download divine love. That's your angel card. That's Archangel Ryan coming through here for you. It's reminding you that remain centered in that divine love. Focus on that and not the chaos and conflict. So we're going to get into the tarot and see what might be going on. But you do have this spirit guide blessing, blessing on growing older. And now this isn't about getting elderly and frail. This is all about life's journeys and that accumulation as we mature through life of wisdom and understanding, having a blessing of good health, good fortune, longevity, but wisdom. A lot about wisdom in that card. So despite the chaos and conflict, despite the adversarial circumstances and situations you might be going through, excuse me, there is a profound amount of wisdom and insight to be gained. But you're being reminded by the angels to connect with them, because focusing on that is going to take you a lot further than focusing on any chaos and conflict coming through in your life. So interesting, Five of Swords right here in mid-January. That's kind of all about the chaos and conflict, but you believe in a promise, you believe in a better future, and you believe that better future isn't too far off. You might even feel like it's owed to you, or you might just feel like it's coming for you, and it's going to bring you back into balance, Virgo. So nice. I like this. This has a very interesting progression. So let's talk about this. So not to rehash this, but you do have this chaos and conflict coming out here, and you do have the Five of Swords showing up in your tarot reading. And so this is about that feeling of defeat, or that feeling of oppression, feeling like you're not getting ahead, somebody's taking from you, somebody is oppressing you, or there are just circumstances in your life that's throwing everything out of balance and into this chaos. And so this might be where you're coming from going into mid-January. You might still be in this conflict, this chaos, or you might just be exiting it, or you might be out of it, but you're still holding on to the trauma from it, okay? And so you very much have this mindset of this Five of Swords, this feeling of being defeated, a feeling of being ruled over, the feeling of having something taken from you, or having an opportunity even taken from you. It could be any number of things. If this reading's for you, you'll know it. So you just have to apply what the chaos and conflict is to your circumstances, however that may be. So, but the Five of Swords here, so that's really coming out very strong, and it's like a confirmation in the Oracle and in the Tarot. But you have the Three of Wands. You believe in a promise. You have a promise for a prosperous future. You believe and have faith and hope. You know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and the further you go, the bigger that light in the end of the tunnel gets, because the closer you're getting to that, and you're being reminded about this download divine love. Make that your focal point, okay? This is saying, remember the angels, the host of angels guiding you. Remember Spirit, Source, the Creator is here supporting you, and focus on that. Focus on the blessings. Focus on the positive things that are for your highest good, because in that focus you're going to just progress and move through any remaining conflict much quicker. But you do have a promise for a better future. You innately know it, and you're ready to take action. You're ready to take steps forward. And I do feel like you're probably this is coming out in this reading because you're probably beginning to leave behind that conflict and taking a fateful, step toward that promise for a better future. You have the Justice card here, and I do get a couple messages out of this. I feel like for some of you, you have had some things that you lost in a battle of sorts, or a figurative battle, whatever that may be. And whatever you lost is going to be replenished at some point in the future. And you're going to start to see that. You might even see that toward the end of January 2021, going into February. You might start to see some things that you've lost coming back into your life. And so keep an eye out for that. Whatever has kind of been unfair, held you down, pulled you back, is going to be made right. There is this feeling of justice. We as human beings want justice in our own lives, because we understand that when something unjust happens, it could affect many generations to come, and so it's the idea of justice is trying to make things whole. And I do feel like you do receive some justice if that's your circumstance. For others of you, this is about getting back into balance and being able to reach that promise that you're looking toward, having a blessing, a spiritual blessing, even some material blessings come into your life to where you're not heavily weighted on one end. You're not so uneven with your resources, with your circumstances, and things come back into balance. The scales are even, and you're able to move through life with a lot more ease rather than the disease that's been plaguing you. So but you do have the Two of Pentacles here. I feel like some of you have been in it for so long that it's hard for you to get out of that mindset. And so I do feel like when you're holding a good opportunity in your hand, you might have a tendency to think about the past too much, and it's holding you back. It's preventing you from really moving forward. So Virgo, remember, the past is the past, and if you have to release any trauma, release it. For others of you, you have just too much on your plate, and so you might feel a little scrambled and scattered in mid-January. But I do feel like this is about the majority of the message is about letting go the dead weight, so that you can focus on that one thing that's very important in your life and move forward. And you have the Two of Cups here, so this is all about something that you love very much. Some of you, this could be about love, this could be about a soulmate. Others of you, and probably the majority of you, I feel like this is just about something that you love very much, that your heart is close toward, or close to. So with this Three of Wands and that promises of a better future, to me this Two of Cups, whatever that means to you, is about the fulfillment of that promise coming through for you early this year. I do feel like it's early this year. It could even be in February or March. So there is a promise in your future. Remember that. Remember, things are going to come back into balance, but part of that is letting go of the dead weight, the things that are done and over with and gone, just releasing it, letting it go, so that way you can focus your energy on what you do have and turning that into something very, very productive and good, something that's going to bring you a lot of joy and happiness for the long term, Virgo. So that's your spirit message. If that resonated with you, great, perfect. If it didn't, just leave it. Leave me a thumbs up, a comment, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe so you hear more from me down the road. And don't be a stranger. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you.